Welcome to Love Life. Once upon a time, there lived a rather peculiar man named Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers, as his name might suggest, had a magnificent set of handlebar moustaches that stretched out from his face like a pair of elegant, twirling question marks. He was rude. He would scowl at the children playing in the park, grumble at the birds singing in the trees, and snap at the shopkeepers in town. One day he passed a quaint shop called Madame Mabel's Magic Emporium. The emporium was filled with an assortment of oddities, crystal balls, enchanted potions, and curious contraptions. But what caught his eye was a small, dusty silver mirror tucked away in the corner. It had an ornate frame and seemed to shimmer with a strange glow. Mr. Whiskers approached the mirror and, with a huff, muttered, "This old thing won't show me anything I don't already know." To his surprise, the mirror began to shimmer even more brightly, and before his eyes, it revealed a different version of himself. This alternate Mr. Whiskers was beaming with kindness, his moustaches curling upward with a warm, inviting smile. He helped a child tie their shoelaces, gave a friendly nod to a passerby, and even complimented the birds on their lovely songs. Mr. Whiskers was taken aback. Madame Mabel, the proprietor of the emporium, approached him. "Ah, Mr. Whiskers," she said, "that mirror shows you the power of kindness. You see, the world can be a much brighter place when you choose to be kind instead of harsh." "I never heard such rubbish, it is only a mirror," he snapped at her. But old habits die hard, and as he strolled through the park, he couldn't help but overhear the noisy children playing nearby. Without thinking, he shouted, "Quiet down, you rascals." Startled, the children scattered, and Mr. Whiskers, in his frustration, swung his cane at a nearby lamp-post. He hit it with such force that he lost his balance and tumbled to the ground. As he lay there, groaning in pain, he realized that no one rushed to his aid. The townsfolk, who had witnessed his rude outburst, simply shook their heads and walked on, leaving him to nurse his bruises alone. While he was unconscious, Mr. Whiskers had a dream about the mirror. In the dream, he saw the kind and gentle version of himself, and he heard the laughter of the children he had scolded. He offered a warm smile to a young girl who had dropped her ice cream cone. He helped an elderly gentleman carry his groceries, and he even whistled a merry tune as he walked. He felt a profound sense of regret for his harshness and longed to be the person he had seen in the mirror. When he finally woke up, Mr. Whiskers felt a change deep within himself. He realized that his harshness had cost him the help and compassion of others. He felt hurt inside. The next day Mr. Whiskers, feeling a mixture of curiosity and skepticism about the mirror, ventured back into the town square. Instead of his usual scowls and grumbles, he offered a warm smile to a young girl who had dropped her ice cream cone. He helped an elderly gentleman carry his groceries and felt different inside when the man said thank you. As the day unfolded, something magical happened. People began to respond to Mr. Whiskers' kindness with kindness of their own. The children in the park invited him to play, the birds sang sweeter melodies, and the shopkeepers greeted him with warmth. Over time, Mr. Whiskers' heart softened, and he found himself genuinely enjoying the company of others. The once harsh man had transformed into a kind and gentle soul, much like the reflection he had seen in Madame Mabel's mirror. As time went by, Mr. Whiskers came to understand the quirky magic of kindness. It wasn't just about making the world a better place, it was about making his own world a better place too. As the townsfolk marveled at the remarkable change in Mr. Whiskers, they realized the true lesson of his transformation, that kindness, like a twirling mustache, had the power to turn even the most peculiar of individuals into someone truly extraordinary. And so, they learned that in a world filled with harshness, it was kindness that shone the brightest of all.